Mr. Speaker, yesterday, in response to repeated questions about what documents would be available for the inquiry into the use of the Emergencies Act, the Minister of Emergency Preparedness indicated that documents covered by privilege, such as the advice of the Justice Department to Cabinet, would not be disclosed. The measures used by this government represent the most significant infringement on the civil liberties of Canadians in a generation. Canadians deserve full transparency. Will they disclose their internal analysis that showed they met the threshold for the Emergencies Act and the Justice Department's private opinion, or are they just going to keep hiding this information from Canadians?
The Honourable Minister of Public Safety.
When the illegal blockades forced borders to close, businesses to shut, workers to be laid off, it was Canadians who paid the biggest price. It was only after we got advice from law enforcement that we invoked the Emergencies Act. It was necessary, and it worked. We launched a full-scale independent inquiry appointing Justice Rouleau as Commissioner. He has the power to compel witnesses, documents, information, including classified information. Mr. Speaker, we look forward to cooperating with the inquiry to foster transparency, accountability, and incorporating lessons learned so that this never happens again. Thank you.
The Honourable Member for Sturgeon River Parkland.
Mr. Speaker, Conservatives and Canada's Civil Liberties Union were disturbed to see that the Liberals are attempting to control the scope of the inquiry into the Emergencies Act by directing the Commissioner to focus on the actions of the protesters, not the actions of the government. The purpose of this inquiry is not to hold Canadian protesters accountable, but to hold the government accountable when using extraordinary powers. Now, the government has tasked the Commissioner to gather evidence against the protesters, but this begs the question, if the government doesn't already have this evidence, how could they have justified invoking the Act in the first place?
The Honourable Minister of Public Safety.
Mr. Speaker, I want to encourage my honourable colleague to read the order in council, which specifically says that the judge can look into the conduct of police enforcement. So read the order in council. We want to shine a light on the sober events that led to the invocation of the Emergencies Act. I would encourage my colleague to recall that businesses were shut down, that workers were laid off, that residents were terrorized in their own homes, Mr. Speaker. We embrace this inquiry. It's an important hallmark of our democracy, and we look forward to cooperating with the judge. Thank you.